Hey there, friends and enemies, Jopie here again, and today we got some pretty wild news when it comes to grading cards, specifically sports cards as well as trading cards. And this comes directly from PSA, but there's also some changes coming to tag grading as well. And these are obviously some of the biggest grading companies, PSA being the largest, tag being an up and comer. And I just wonder if we've seen the end of sustainable collection grading going forward, especially because of how many cards are being graded at the current time. Anyway, PSA has announced that due to the demand spike, they are pausing the value tiers, extending collectors club memberships, and launching a public backlog tracker. So, as of June 2nd, after announcing previously that they are getting a significant infrastructure investment, they are going to be temporarily pausing tiers for Value Bulk, Value, Value Plus, and Value Max. These are the more affordable tiers that take a bit longer and are experiencing heavy backlog as it stands right now. They are pausing those new submissions. It is unknown when they will kick back up. Remaining open tiers are regular, express, super express, and walkthrough. Will remain fully active. A regular service adjustment, because we are approaching a 10 million card backlog. 10 million cards is absolutely ludicrous. That impacts our entire operational pipeline. The estimated turnaround times for regular service will be temporarily extended from 40 to 50 days and 50 to 60 days for dual service authentication. As these higher tiers represent a smaller fraction of our total volume, keeping them open will not slow down our progress as we authenticate and grade the 10 million cards in our backlog. When will value tiers be reinstated? The temporary pause is tied strictly to operational milestones. Our target is to bring backlog down to 5 million units. With our current projections anticipating it will take up to 4 months to achieve this goal. To keep ourselves accountable, they have this backlog tracker, which will show how many they have in their backlog as it stands. As a key feature of Collectors Club membership, we understand how upsetting it is to temporarily lose access to valuable grading tier. Every Collectors Club membership that was active on May 14th and remains active will be extended for free until the full duration of the value bulk grading service pause. To confirm your membership is active, blah, blah, blah. The 200 million investment is moving forward. The pause is deliberate, structural defense of the future we are building, not a retreat from it, blah, blah, blah. So essentially, they want to reiterate that they're still investing in the company, but for now, you're not going to see any inexpensive grading going forward, and that is going to be, at least for the next 4 months, I would estimate probably closer to 6 if I were a betting man. Anyway, what does this mean? Essentially, if you don't get your items to PSA by June 2nd, you won't be able to essentially send them in for grading after that time. Now, this is going to be important to remember if you're planning on grading anything right now with PSA, which a lot of people have their complaints about PSA, and I do as well. It still holds the best value when you are looking at resell, when you are looking at long-term holds. If you are just collecting for your own personal collection, then PSA versus Beckett, it just all comes down to preference and how the card looks. But oftentimes when you are putting cards in slabs that are not PSA, or even like maybe Beckett, some of the SGC, some of these higher end slab companies, you're just losing out on value of the card. So if you do eventually want to resell it, maybe it's in the PC right now and eventually you want to move it on, it's just not going to have that same value. So if you want to submit anything, you're going to want to do so right away if you're going to use one of the less expensive options. And this is on the heels of also Tag announcing that due to incredible demand, Express is now closed, marked at capacity until further notice. This is following Basic and Standard also being paused, so their core tiers are full. Tag use machine learning grading in addition to human performance. They're scaling and expanding as quickly as possible, but this comes as Tag is trying to kind of fill in as an additional option for a grading company, especially when it comes to they focus on trading card games and Pokemon in particular. It just feels really like a poor time to grade cards until this wave kind of subsides and these companies catch up. We start to see, like, we've seen a lot of errors with grading recently. We've seen a lot of problems with grading upcharges and all of this kind of good stuff. So it just doesn't feel like a time period where you want to be grading cards in general. Now, I personally prefer the Beckett slabs. Those are my favorite looking slabs. But even then, with PSA, the overhead company of PSA taking over Beckett, I do have my concerns about that company as well. And just in general, I have some worries about grading cards. I'm mostly going to keep my cards ungraded for the time being, I believe. Now I do have like a bunch of the Cooper Flag Living set. Like I got a 10 card set of those. And I wanted to get some of them graded, but I probably will hold them for the time being. They're not going anywhere. They're not getting damaged in my care, so maybe I'll grade those in the future. But for now, I'm probably just going to hold on to them and see what happens. So I'd be curious to see what everyone else thinks about grading in general and about where things are heading with the sports card collection industry. I do feel like we are kind of at a turning point to a degree, and all of these changes are going to be interesting to watch unfold 5 years from now. I do think there's going to be time periods where you look back and you're like, oh, well, this was the best time to grade. This is the worst time. This company has gone uphill and risen in value. This company's dropped in value. And it'll just be a lot of shuffling over the next few years. It does really feel like the Wild West. So I'd be curious to see what everyone else thinks. Let me know what you guys believe in the comments down below. Are you getting cards graded as it stands? Are you going to rush to PSA to get these orders in before June 2nd? Or are you going to be like me and waiting to see? Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Like the video as always, comment, subscribe. Have a good one, and I'll catch you all later.